Dear students, welcome back to text formatting tags in HTML. In last class, I explained about block code, small, teletype or typewrite text tags. In this session, I would like to explain about the rest of the text formatting tags like font color, font size, font face, etc. See, here font is a tag, font color is an attribute. Here font color is representing by using 6-digit hexadecimal number. Instead of this hexadecimal number, we may use RGB, means red, green, blue. See, instead of this hexadecimal number, we may use color name directly. Here these question marks, first two question marks indicates red color, second two question mark indicates green color, and the last two question marks indicates blue color. RGB, red, green, blue. Here hash is used to indicate the hexadecimal value. We already know the hexadecimal number system. The number system begins from 0 and ends with F, right? So instead of these question marks, we may use 0 to F. I will explain this I will explain this tag with simple example, then you will get more clarity. Go to the notepad. And the first statement is what? First tag is what? Doc type declaration less than exclamatory mark, doc type, document type is HTML. Here we need to write root tag of HTML. HTML root tag is HTML. Inside the HTML we are going to write a head part of the HTML. This is opening head tag and this is closing head tag. Inside opening head tag and closing head tag we are going to write a title of the web page. Here title is welcome to font. Right. And head part completed. Coming to the body part. Inside the body, I am going to write some content by using font. First, I would like to write a normal text. Welcome to font family. This is my normal text. And finally, I am going to close the HTML document. Save this file. This may be a third HTML document. Third dot. What is the file extension? HTML is the file extension. And save this file. Next step is what? Open the saved file in any web browser. Go to the D drive, source files, 178x, and file name is what? Third. File, open. Observe this. What we get? We get a normal text here. Whatever the content I mentioned in the body part, that content is displayed on the web page. Right here I am going to use font color. Tag name is what? Tag name is font and attribute name is color. Don't write COLOUR. You need to write US English, that is a COLOR. Here color is red, assume like this, and the content is welcome to font family. And after completion of this content I am going to close the font tag. Yes, and save this file, execute it once again. See, the first one is normal text. After that what I applied font color. Here font color is red, and suppose I may apply green here. I am going to get a green color font. Refresh it. Instead of red color, what I am going to get? Green color. See, here what we are mentioning? We are mentioning color name directly. Instead of writing color name, you may write RGB values. RGB means red, green, blue. RGB family, red, green, blue. Here RGB values are representing by using hexadecimal value hash, hexadecimal symbol hash, and hexadecimal values. For each color we need to write 2 hexadecimal digits. Suppose I would like to get red color. The highest value for red color is F. Why? Because hexadecimal value begins from 0 and ends with F. And I don't want to get any green color as well as blue color. See, what I highlighted, this is belongs to, these two locations belongs to R, these two locations belongs to G, and the last two locations belongs to B. R indicates red color, G indicates green color, B indicates blue color. So totally RGB colors we are using. Suppose I may save this file and execute it. What I am going to get? The first welcome to font family is in normal text, and the second color we applied color name directly. The color name is what? Green. For third welcome to font family, what we applied? We applied hexadecimal value. Observe this example carefully. This is a normal text, and this is a font color applied text, and here font color name is directly mentioned. Coming to the third text, that is welcome to font family, here font color is not applied directly. Here we are using hexadecimal value. In generally hexadecimal value range is what? 0 to F. For each color we are following RGB family. R means red. Okay, here first 2 digits represent red color, and second 2 digits represents blue color, sorry, green color, and the last 2 digits represents blue color. This is about, suppose I may use F here. Assume like this. Here this part represents red color, this part represents green color, and last one represents what? Blue color. So here where I mentioned F, at blue color location, simply save this one and execute it. What I am going to get? Instead of red, we are going to get blue here. Got the point? So if you want to get more clarity, you can write like this. Observe this. First 2 locations FFF, second two locations FFF, and last two locations FFF. Means what? The first welcome to font family is appeared in red color, the second welcome to font family is appeared in green color, and the last welcome to font family is appeared in blue color. I would like to execute this. Hope you will get more clarity on font color with the RGB values. Suppose if you want to get, see, observe this example. Instead of using F at particular location, I am using F for all locations. Observe this. For first welcome to font family, what I am using? All zeros. Red color 0, blue color 0, green color 0, and blue color 0. And in second case, all are F's. Red color F, green color F, and blue color F. Save this one and execute it. See what I am going to get. I am going to get only one. That is what? The first one, that is welcome to font family. What about second one? Second one is removed? No. See, if all are in zeros, we are going to get black color. If all are in F's, see, if you select this, you are going to get a text. Why? Because the text is in white color, the background is in white color, text is in white color. Because of that reason, the sentence is not visible to you. Once if you select this location, you are going to see the text, complete text. At the point, observe this example carefully. If you put all zeros, you are going to get black color text. If you put all F's, you are going to get white color. If you want to see combined colors, you may interchange these values with some other from the range from 0 to F. Suppose here you may use AA, and here you may use E. You are going to get some other color. See, this is purple color. Like this, you are going to get different colors with different hexadecimal values. Observe this example once again. Like this, you may practice. You may get more colors with a more number of combinations. Coming to the next one, that is the font size. See, if you execute this HTML document, you are going to get web page like this. In this example, both welcome to font family texts are in same size. See, I am going to change this, and here I am going to add one more attribute called as font size. See, I don't want to include the font color. See, font size is equal to, here font size is representing in with two parameters. The first parameter is a pixel and the second parameter is percentage. Here font size is equal to, suppose 30. By default this 30 is treated as pixels. Otherwise you may specify pixel by using px. See, here font size is equal to 30 pixel, and here I am going to write some content. Welcome to size. Here content is what? Welcome to size. I am going to close the font, and to observe the difference clearly, here I am going to write normal text also. This is what? Normal text, and this is what? Text with a particular size. And here I am going to use break row BR. See, in body I mentioned one normal text, and I mentioned text with a particular size, right? This is the example going to show the size attribute. And see, I am going to execute this. Observe the difference. If it is a normal text, it is appeared in normal size. And coming to the second case, in second welcome to size text, the font size is increased. What is the font size here? 30 pixels. And instead of pixel, you may use a percentage also. See, suppose 10%. Assume like this. Here font is appeared with 10%, and you may specify directly the value also. Font size is 5 pixels. See this? So you may write pixel, you may write direct value, you may write with percent also. This is about font size. Next tag is font size changed. Here font size is changed by adding some pixels or by removing some pixels. Here you may add the pixel to the existed pixels, and you may subtract the pixels, specified pixels from the existed pixels. Suppose here I may mention font size 50, I may add 10%. If you want to add 10 more pixels, here you are going to mention plus 10. If you want to subtract 20 from the existed 50, you need to write here minus 20. I will explain this with an example. Here the existed font size is 5. Here I am going to write font size. Once again, for welcome to size, here the existed font size is 5. Now I would like to increase another 5. Observe the difference. See, this is normal text, this is 5% text, and this is 5 plus 5, 10%, 10 pixel text. Observe the difference, right? Suppose if you want to decrease the font size, you can, instead of this number, this plus symbol, here I am going to use minus 5. Save it. See, the font size is decreased to 5. Right. This example shows how to increase and decrease the, or how to change the font size. And coming to the font face, see, what is the font face? Observe this location clearly. this is a text editor, right? For any text editor, we are going to specify font size, font style by using this font. If you click on font, you are going to see font name, font style, font size. Here font is also called font face. Here it is in copper plate Gothic. Instead of this, I am going to use Courier. See, the font size is varied or not? Yes. Instead of this, I may use Times New Roman also. Got the point? Like this, I am going to change the font size, font face. How to change the font face? See, here whatever the content is appearing here, that content is appeared with a specific font. Here this is the normal text, assume like this, this is the normal text, and here font face, welcome to face. I am going to use a face attribute for font. Font face is equal to, this is in Times New Roman, right? Instead of Times New Roman, I am going to use some other font face. Suppose this one or this one, assume like this. Control C. I am copying this font face. Control C. Okay. Oh, it applied for entire document, right? Font Times New Roman, right? Original one is what? Times New Roman. What I need to use? See, I am going to open one more notepad. Why? Because it is going to disturb the entire document. Font, I am going to use Courier, or I am going to use this one. Copy it. Okay. See, paste here. Now onwards, whatever the content you are going to mention here, that content is appeared with this font face, right? And close the font. This is what? Normal text, and here we applied this text is in which font face? Times New Roman, and it is in curls empty, right? Observe the difference. Did you get the difference? This is in Times New Roman, this is in curls empty, right? Like this, you may use different fonts. Go to the notepad once again. Format, font. Now I am going to use this one. Control C, copy it. And if you want to get bold also, you can. But you need to use B tag at that document where you are using. Right. Instead of curls empty, I am going to use another font face. Right. Execute it. Sorry. Yes. See this? Save this file and refresh it. Here we are going to see third one also. Right. Finally, what we understood, this is normal text is appeared with the original font face while developing the document or while writing the document. Which font face is available with this? On the web page also the same font face is appearing. And coming to the font face specification, whatever the font space you specified here, that font face is displayed, right? And coming to the next one is center. If you want to arrange the content in center, you need to use center tag. See, if you observe this, by default alignment is what? Left alignment. This is the web page. This web page having left alignment, right alignment, center alignment and justification also, but by default you are going to get left alignment. Suppose you want to arrange the second one in center, second word in center, you can arrange by writing center tag, center, center closing. Sorry, second one, for second one, right? For second one, and this is closing of center. Save this one and refresh it. The second line is moved to center, right? Like this we are going to arrange the content in the center by using center tag. And coming to the last next one, emphasize text. Here emphasize text is representing by using em tag. It is very similar to italic tag. Italic tag is what? I. And next one is strong tag. Strong tag is very similar to bold tag. Observe the difference. See, I am going to show the italic tag first. I. This is normal text, and the second one is italic text. This is closing of italic text, and a break row is applied. And coming to the next line is mentioned by using bold tag. Similarly, I am going to use emphasize text tag as well as strong tag. Emphasize the text tag, next one is what? Strong tag. Strong tag. Observe the difference. See, emphasize the text and italic text both are appeared similarly. Bold and strong both are appeared similarly. Got the point? And the first one is what? Normal text. This is normal text, and this one is italic. Italic is very similar to emphasize the text, and this one is bold text. Bold text is very much similar to strong. Till now we discussed about text formatting tags, right? Head, bold, italic, underline, strikeout, predefined text, source code, teletype, block code, small font, font color, font size, changing the font, changing font face, center, emphasize text and strong. All these tags we discussed. All these tags belongs to text formatting tags. Coming to the next one, image tag. See, when we are using image tags, whenever you want to embed any image into your web page, you need to use img tag. Img tag having 4 attributes. The first attribute is src. Src indicates source of the image, and alt. Alt indicates alternative text. Suppose the image is not loaded properly, at that time instead of image it is going to display an alternative text. If alternative text is not appeared, the end user may get confused, because to avoid such kind of confusion, instead of image we are going to place an alternative text. If image is not loaded, then only alternative text is displayed. If image loaded successfully, alternative text is not appeared. And you need to specify the size of the image by using width and height attributes. Totally, image is a tag which is used to embed the specific image into your web page. Image having 4 attributes. The attributes are src. Src indicates source, alt indicates alternative text, width, image width, and height also. And coming to the example, here I am going to write a simple example to load the image into your web page. In the body section, I would like to display the image. Here img is equal to src. Src indicates img space src is equal to, and source of the image. Suppose here I am going to write an example for image tag. Here tag name is img. Image tag having 4 different properties. The first property is src. Src indicates source location of the image. Here I had images at D drive. One image name is KHIT logo and another image name is JNTUK logo, and these are JPEG files. Coming to the location specification, within double quotes we are going to write D drive. Inside D drive I had images. Suppose you want to display KHIT logo, just rename it. Rename means you are to copy the name, we are going to rename it KHIT logo. To avoid typing errors, I am copying KHIT logo dot JPG. Right, this is the file name. This time I don't want to specify alternative text, width and height. Simply I am going to save this and refresh the browser. Here you are going to see the KHIT logo. Suppose this logo is not loaded. At that time, web page need to show an alternative text. That is possible by using alt attribute. Alt is equal to which name you want to display. Instead of this, I am going to display KHIT logo. Instead of image, it is going to display name. When this name is appearing, if image not loaded successfully, or if image not loaded, in that case it is going to display KHIT logo on the web page. Save this one. And go to the browser. See, while KHIT logo is not appearing here in the D drive, I removed the logo. See, there is no KHIT logo now. Suppose I may place the KHIT logo in the source location. Now it is going to display what? KHIT logo. If you remove this one, suppose I may remove this one and I pasted on the desktop. Observe this case. In this case, D drive doesn't have KHID logo. See, because of that reason, image loading is not possible, right? Suppose you didn't mention any alternative text, what it is going to display? Nothing it is going to display. Why? Because we are not provided any alternative text. If you provide ALT text, it is going to display a consent text. Suppose I am going to remove this name. I am going to remove the alternative text. See, save it, refresh it. What it is going to display? It doesn't display any image. Why? Because image is not available in the source location, and we didn't provided any alternative text. In such cases, nothing is going to display. And what about the end user situation? How end user knows what kind of image it is going to display? If you provide alternative text, the end user may understand, oh yes, here one logo is going to display regarding KHIT, but this time it is not possible. Like that, the end user may understand. Because of that reason, here we are going to provide an alternative text. Hope you understood the importance of alternative text. It is KHIT logo. And coming to the height and width, see, observe the, suppose the image is available. Observe this, image is available. Suppose the image is available, alternative text is not appearing, point number 1, and the image size is what? What about the image size? If you want to increase the image size, is it possible? Yes, it is possible by mention the height and width of the image. Width is equal to, suppose, 100%. You may write 100 instead of 100%, otherwise you may mention in pixels also, and height is equal to 90%. Assume like this. This is the image size, and if you want to increase much, you can as the image is appearing like this. So you can change the width of the image and height of the image by mention the pixels or percentage here. This is about image tag. What we discussed about image tag, if you want to arrange image on the web page, you need to use image tag, and image tag having 4 attributes. The first attribute is SRC. SRC indicates source location of the image, and ALT, second one, ALT means alternative text. You suppose if image is not loaded properly at that time, the alternative text is displayed on the web page. And coming to the next one, next attribute, that is width. To change the width of the image, we are going to use width. Here width may mention by using pixels or percentage. And similarly, height is also another attribute. For height also we are using pixels as well as percentage. This is about image tag. Next important tag is hypertext hyperlink. Here hyperlink is representing by using A tag. A indicates anchor. Here A tag is also called as anchor tag. Why we are using anchor tags? To provide the link. Why we need a link? In the starting session, I told to you what is a website. Website is a collection of web pages. These web pages are arranged structurally. See, to maintain the link between different web pages, we are using hyperlinks here. See, till now we created two web pages. One is a second and another one is third. Assume like these are the two web pages we created till now. If you want to maintain a link between these two web pages, we are going to use anchor tag. Here, now we are working with the third web document, third HTML document. See, here I am going to write anchor tag. Anchor tag having one attribute called as a href, hypertext reference. Href is equal to, and after clicking here, you want to visit which web page. You need to mention the destination web page. This is now we are working with which web page? Which web HTML document? Third HTML document. Third HTML document generates a third web page, and after click on the third web page, I need to visit second web page. So here I need to mention the location of the second web page. Because of that reason, here I am copying the path of the web page. In D drive, course files OK Kanth is available. In that 2020-21 folder is available. In that 17.8x folder is available. Inside the 17.8x folder, second.html file is available. If I click on third web page, it is going to show the second web page. Like that, I am going to arrange the link. See, copy the path here, and what is the file name? Second dot file extension is what? What kind of file it is? It is an HTML file, and this is what? This is complete path of the second.html file, and we need to set name for this. Suppose second is the name. This is what? Just content. If you click on this content, this is name, right? This is a hypertext. If you click on this, CCO, if you click on this text, you are going to visit second.html file, and this is closing of anchor tag. See, this is a continuation line. Observe this. Here A is anchor tag. Href is equal to, href is an attribute of anchor tag, and here we mentioned destination address or destination path, and this is hypertext. If you click on this name, you are going to visit second web page. Save this file and execute it. Sorry. Save this one and execute it. Press F5. Here, what we are going to get? You are going to get hyperlinked text. If you click on this, whenever you are moving mouse pointer to here, you are going to get an hand symbol. If you click on here, you are going to get a second.html. Observe this one. This is what? Second.html. Right. See, this is the content of second.html. Suppose if you click on second.html, you may move to third.html. Like that also you may set the link. I will explain the reverse link in the next session. I will share the assignment link to you. All of you write the assignment, all of you finish the assignment with good marks. Thank you for watching this video.